might have a good job, making a little bit of money. You might even have a nice house in a nice neighborhood, but they still are not the. They're still the elites. Look at them as peons, man. They don't care about them.
That's what they're trying to destroy them.
That's why they're trying to destroy them too, right along with Jake. So they're gonna get a few Edomites as well. But they want Jake, man, because in the ghetto, look, you got Price Right, you got McDonald's, you got Popeyes, all them damn places, man. Right there where we live, the area where we live, right there in Connecticut, man. There's one little alley right there, where the AutoZone is, and they got right next to AutoZone is a McDonald's. Then across the street from there is a Popeyes chicken that they just built up. Then they got this other little Krauses where they serve them steak and cheese sandwiches and all that shit. Then they just opened up a little Caesar right across the street from there, man. And McDonald's is right there. And right up the road is Dutchess. So you cruise that little alley, man, and they open that little Caesars up just a couple of days, and people is up in there, man. They up in there eating that stuff. That's why most Jakes have high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes. You see what I'm saying? Gout. And that shit is taking Jake out. And cancer. A lot of Jakes is getting cancer because of the shit they eating, man. All they like, pork, eating too much damn red meat. And niggas don't eat vegetables, man.
No, not at all. No salad.
No, the salad. Any type of vegetation, Jake don't eat, man. Give me that steak and the potatoes, man. Salad. Then they get the potato and they add all kind of butter. The pounds, the butter, and then the sour cream.
Well, you're wrong, brother. Jake do be eating salad. They be eating potato salad,
yeah.
A macaroni salad.
Yeah, all that garbage. But they were programmed.
Ephraim be eating octopus salad.
Yep. Oh, man, all the other tribes, the Spanish-speaking tribes, forget about it, man. Pork, all kind of pork. Their diet is just as bad, man. Benjamin. Well, I'm gonna say this about Benjamin. They eat abominations, but Benjamin is more the healthier eating tribes, somewhat.
Not by much. Hey, you go in the Benjamite restaurants. You'll get the oxtail, the stewed chicken, the curry goat, and then anytime you get the rice, which basically that turns into sugar. You know, the rice and peas, which is really rice and beans. You want the rice and peas? And then you get the plantains, you get the oxtail, smothered with extra gravy, and then the bitch asks, "You want salad?" And most of the people say no.
No.
You know,
cabbage.
Yeah, cabbage.
Yep. Well, I said it there. Yeah.
This is Hosea chapter 9:3. They shall not dwell in the Lord's land, but Ephraim shall return to Egypt, and they shall eat unclean things in Assyria.
Yeah, that's bondage, man. Here in America, Egypt is talking about the new Egypt, man. So that was a product. You had something?
No.
That was a prophecy. So what we're talking about is even in that is prophecy, man. It's prophecy that Israel gonna be eating, and the Bible says they should eat their food defiled amongst the Gentiles, man. And then it also says that they shall eat poison and live. We're literally eating poison, man. We are literally eating poison, yeah.
I got something for you. This is Isaiah 65:2.
But that goes back to the elites, man. Yeah. Because in the ghettos, they don't have no Whole Foods, man. Like I said, you got Price Right, and then you might have a Stop and Shop or a fucking Shop Right, which Shop Right owns.
But that Whole Foods is garbage too.
Yeah, you're right. That's really garbage. You thinking it's healthy, and just because they take a thing and put organic on it don't mean nothing. It's a little bit healthier maybe, or you might get the grass fed, but how do you really know? The white man's the devil, man. Because like I said, they're trying to get rid of a few Edomites too. But if you go to Whole Foods, you do taste like a difference in the food. So it might be a step up from Price Right. And by the way, which I know y'all brothers probably already know, speaking of Price Right, y'all know I always get on Price Right. ShopRite owns Price Right any damn way. ShopRite owns y'all. Somebody put me on to that. ShopRite owns Price Right, man. See? So if you go to ShopRite, man, you pretty much might as well go to Price Right, man. Which is nothing but a giant metal coffin. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 65:2. I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. A people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick.
Which Israel is still doing that to this day, worshiping false gods, man. You know, burning incense, meaning you praying, because Jake would burn incense to other idols. When you burn incense and stuff, that's a form of prayer. But they offering prayer onto these false idols, whatever it may be, man. These different religions that the tribes are into, man. Yeah.
And not to mention all of the, along with all of this bad food they put in Jake neighborhood, they got all them damn churches, them different religions and churches all up in the hood too, man. Yeah. You know.
Well, look, man, when you go through the hood, any of the tribes, you go through a so-called Negro neighborhood, you go up in the Spanish Harlems in the Bronx where Ephraim is, Simeon, there's a church, man, little storefront churches on like maybe 10 per block. And then there's a liquor store right there everywhere, man. I mean, drinking ain't no law, and we all drink. But Jake, man, they got the bad food, then you got the liquor. Okay, then the Arabs are all up in there with the crackhead fried chicken. You eating that shit, man. The niggas eat that shit every day. That's their diets suck. Then they drinking. And the reason Jake, that's called comfort food, man. The reason Jake eat all them goodies like that, because they really they unhappy, man. They depressed because they all the conditions that they living in, and you drinking, man. Then they add the drugs and cigarettes to that. And the worst cigarettes you can get, Newports. That's what niggas smoke too, man. They smoke, but they smoke the worst out of all the cigarettes, man.
It says, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh.
The graves. So where Jake is nothing but one big graveyard, man. The ghettos, the reservation, wherever it's one big, because Jake, hey, man, our people be dying left and right, man. A lot of Jake be dropping, man.
Yeah, the other day, I was washing clothes, right? And there was McDonald's down the street. So there was this big, morbidly obese black woman with stretchy pants on, you know, typical black woman attire in the street. Her butt was about as big as a damn Mack truck, and she was leaning on the railing of the McDonald's where you go in, right? And she was smoking a cigarette. It probably was a Newport 100. He's smoking on that. She was sitting there leaning. And I'm looking at, because I observe things, man. And that's what you got to do. You got to observe Jake, man. Yeah. So she's leaning. She's smoking a Newport. And as she finishes it, then she flicks it. And then she goes right in McDonald's, man. I said, that's death right there, man. Damn. That's goddamn death, man. And you see that anytime you go to in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Harlem. You'll see that, man. Like the elder mentioned, he said you'll see a church. Like in one square block, you might see 20 churches. Yeah. And then you might see maybe 2 or 3 or 4 liquor stores and what do you call it? Kennedy's fried chicken. You know? Kansas fried chicken. And the Arabs up in there. and then other than that, you'll see like a seafood restaurant where when you go in there, the black woman is buying all kind of debaucherous foods and abominable foods, all right, like catfish and shrimp. You take a black woman to eat something, she gonna order the shrimp, the lobster, but she'll tell you about the love of Jesus. Yeah, that's right. You know, that's right. So I mean, and we get on the black woman because we done checked out the black woman and she ain't right, man. Right. And you black men and you Israelite men ain't right either, man. Yeah. Okay? But I see this every day, man. I see the lifestyle that y'all living. And I see you got certain false prophets out there trying to save all of Israel. We already got in our mind, based upon reading the scriptures, that the majority of Israel is not going to make it. So get that through your mind, man. There's only going to be a small number of people of Israel that's going to make it. Plain and simple. Anyway, let me just read this right quick, and I'll give it back to the brother. I was just going through some scriptures. This is a Sirach 46 and 20, and it said, and this is a general statement dealing with prophecy, and it says, and after his death, he prophesied and showed the king his end, and lifted up his voice from the earth in prophecy, to blot out the wickedness of the people. Because you have a lot of wicked Israelites out there that we prophesy against. And the Most High going to blot out their wickedness, and the Most High going to blot them out too. But the beautiful thing is, all them wicked Israelites, they're going to come back in the fold anyway. So why worry about them? Your uncle is just a wicked ass nigga. Don't worry about your uncle. Your uncle going to come back in the kingdom any damn way.
That's right.
You know?